Is up, Retro Gang? Welcome back for more Cyberpunk 2077 news. I got 3 words for y'all: Night, City, Wire, Bro. I have so much for you guys, man. First, we'll talk about the new Cyberpunk anime, tons of new screenshots, and then I'll be giving y'all my first impressions on everything Night City Wire and my thoughts on the brand new gameplay trailer, The Gig. Strap in, boys. Let's ride. Getting right into it, gang. Yesterday, CD Projekt Red announced that together with Netflix and Japanese animation company Studio Trigger, that they're working on an all-new original anime series set in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, and it's called Edge Runners. It tells a standalone 10-episode story about a street kid trying to survive in a technology and body modification obsessed city of the future. Having everything to lose, he chooses to stay alive by becoming an edge runner, a mercenary outlaw also known as a cyberpunk. You may know the anime Kill La Kill. It was developed by Studio Trigger. Now, I'll be completely honest, I've watched the anime and I couldn't make it past the second episode. While the art style was intriguing and interesting, I just flat out hated the story. Like I said, I only made it into the 2 episodes, but its outrageous and over-the-top characters were incredibly unlikable. I quit watching and never looked back. Kinda like the first 20 episodes of Black Clover, if you've ever seen that. Before we move on, NVIDIA is giving away 7 more Cyberpunk Edition 2080 Ti's. The first time around, all you had to do was retweet, then reply with hashtag RTXON and tag 3 friends. This time it's even easier. Just reply with hashtag RTXON with a GIF showing how excited you are to play Cyberpunk 2077. I've never really won anything, and this is barely news, but bro, I'm so excited for the game, and a free Cyberpunk Edition 2080 Ti would just sweeten the deal. I think you guys would agree. You can just say thanks by dropping a like for the Y tag. Getting into the new screens, as you can see, the graphic fidelity, the lighting, the character models, the hair, the skin, cybernetics, the entire atmosphere of this game is different. Everything has been upgraded and improved since last year's showing, and I applaud CDPR, the studio that not only speaks out about downgrades and bad business practices, but outright cancels them. This game is absolutely stunning, and with 5.5 months to go, I can't wait to see what else they have up their sleeves. Now, last and certainly not least, the Night City Wire. Where do I start? The trailer? The trailer was first, so let's start there. The trailer was badass, 10 out of 10 for me, but I want to go deeper. What is the purpose of a video game trailer? Most would say to market, get people hyped for their game. While that is correct, there's more to it. The purpose of a trailer is to build your world inside of your audience's mind, to make its universe believable and attainable. You want them to imagine themselves in that space, and by damn, if you weren't imagining yourself in Night City terrorizing the town with your best bud Jackie, you're a part of the 0.1% of people walking around with no imagination. I'm doing an in-depth analysis frame by frame on everything that we missed in our first watch of the latest trailer. Consider subscribing so you won't miss an upload. Lead quest designer Pavel Sasko comes on next to talk about V's motivations within Night City, stating that their goal, at least for now, is to find an immortality chip, undoubtedly the same chip that stores Johnny Silverhand's consciousness. And the way we do that is through our first major contact, the fixer Dexter Deshawn. Then goes into talking about the Moxes, the Badlands, and as well Adam Smasher. And as you know, I'm obsessed with the lore of Cyberpunk, and I'm relieved that they have so closely tied this game to the source material. Next, they talk about the aforementioned Cyberpunk 2077 anime, Edge Runner. And sadly, it releases in 2022, so we have a bit to wait, but at least we get that and the multiplayer around the same time. Braindance is next, and aside from Judy, this is where the wire goes downhill. Braindance is interesting and seems very useful from a narrative standpoint, but after consecutive delays of arguably the most anticipated game of 2020, as well as Night City Wire, nobody, and I repeat, nobody wanted to see a glorified video editor. After sitting through that, and I'm sure I wasn't alone in hoping for more gameplay, they then go into a Q&A about Braindance and the sequence we just watched. And just as most were getting into it, the Night City Wire was over. While I felt a little sting of disappointment in the event, my excitement for what was shown as well as the direction that they're going with this world exceeds that tenfold. Either way, thankfully, that was only episode 1, and judging from their website, which has been beautifully overhauled by the way, we can expect at least 3 episodes, with the next one being, and I quote, in a couple of weeks. Trust me, I get it. CDPR doesn't want to show their cards too soon, and I can appreciate that, as well as the amount of time they have allotted to polish and optimize this piece of pure art we have all seemed to fall in love with. As always, I'm optimistic and excited for what's to come. By the way, you may have noticed some of the new footage I'm using wasn't actually showed during the event. But don't worry, I'll link them as well as everything else I spoke about in the pinned comment as well as in the description below for you to enjoy without my off and on Bahamian accent and sporadic edits all over the place. My Twitter's down there too, and that's the best way you can reach me to talk about Cyberpunk or anything really. I'm committed to providing high quality content and carve out an amazing space for us to enjoy here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and because you made it all the way to the end, here's a bit of badass katana gameplay courtesy of GameStar. Again, links are down there. Remember, leave a like for the Y tag and consider subscribing for more Cyberpunk 2077 content.